about. Now I don't know if this is the space to ask these type of questions. Well, I just had a question exclusively about a specific verse in the Quran. Um, I'm not sure if this is the place to ask those type of questions here.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I would say in the right spirit, this is the place to ask any question.
That's right.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? There's no question that's off limits in this, but it's I would say just ask the question like brothers always say, and then just see where the brothers and sisters are coming from with the answer.
Okay. So I come from the Hebrew faith, involved with some Hebrew Israelites. So I come from that background. I don't really subscribe to the camps or nothing like that, but I do subscribe to being a Hebrew, without a shadow of a doubt. But some things were brought to my attention about the Quran when I about some things they brung out. So this is Surah chapter 4 verse 34. It reads, "Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given over one." Salakia. It says, "Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other, and what they spend for maintenance for their wealth. So righteous women are obedient." Um, it says absence. It says absence. What it says absence. What Allah would have them guard, but those wives from whom you fear ignorance, advise them. So like it says, forsake them not. It says forsake them in bed and finally strike them. But if they obey you once more, seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. Um,
What
so
ayats were though? You said the chapter Surah 4, right?
yeah, yeah, Surah 4 and 34, and
It
what?
was verse 34. You said.
Mhm. And
Yeah,
what?
the evidence. Yeah, I was having a hard time following you because it was
I'm
kind
sorry,
of
Salakia.
no problem.
What the brothers was used to what highlight is that that the Quran supports beating of women and things of that nature based upon what I just read. It said to forsake them in bed, and then it says if they get unruly, you strike them. I
Yeah.
just wanted to
Let,
know
let me let me let me jump in. I think we understand your question pretty clearly. What translation of the Quran were you reading from?
this translation. This is probably let me see.
And is it a Quran, Koran, or a
What,
Quran,
yeah.
Qur
Well, once he,
apostrophe
I'm
Q.
an?
It's Quran.
now. Yeah.
I'm online. It gives you the. It also gives you the Aramaic
But I just want to know. Let me
understanding.
because this is why again, Most Elijah Muhammad guided us to. I'm reading. I have in front of me here Malana Muhammad Ali translation. Now, now it definitely does not say beat him, and that same word there is chastise. Um,
What's what's
and
the
so
Aramaic word utilization?
Arabic, not Aramaic, brother.
Okay,
Arabic is.
what's the Arabic
I don't speak.
utilization of the
I don't speak Arabic, so I can't tell you. I don't know, but and let me just read. Let me read it because I think how it's read, and even just in English, the reading and the understanding of the reading is very very crucial. Um, and I will say that I'm glad that you even opened the
Arabic
Quran because
utilization of the
I don't speak Arabic, so I can't tell you. Um, I don't know, but and let me just read. Let me read it because I think how it's read, and even just in English, the reading and the understanding of the reading is very very crucial. And I will say that I'm glad that you even opened the Quran because I've had some Hebrew Israelite brothers that have said in Clubhouse they won't even read the Quran at all. But anyway, I want to read that same up to it's just a couple of I think you read a couple of verses of the Quran there, starting with 34 ayat in Arabic to say ayat, but verse 34. And it talks about section 6, the disagreement between a husband and a wife. And it's important to understand it before I even go there. In 1400 years ago, the relationships, the status that women had in society, forget about Islam, before Prophet Muhammad had, peace be upon him, had this revealed to him by Jibril. Women, and had a, definitely had a, they were up against a lot. Punish them, put it like that, and leave them alone in the beds and chastise them. So if they obey you, seek not a way against them. Surely Allah is ever exalted, great. And then I could go on, but I think that's the heart of what you're saying. So um, now, chastise is a word worth studying. But then again, even just now, this is why I'm so grateful for Message to the Black Man in America. And I'm so grateful for the teachings, because again, like Sister Tisa pointed out earlier, and I'm sure she can speak to, there's all kinds of things that are done. In a lot of places around the world, you know, under different religions and everything. I'm not just not a matter of ganging up on Islam or anything like that, but a lot of people are doing, a lot of men doing all kind of stuff around here in the name of a lot of different righteous names. But I'm gonna say this, that that's why again the teachings in the Nation of Islam. See, first of all, we're talking about structure and putting order in. And, we live in a time now where nobody wants any structure. They want no order. They want, just everybody do whatever they want to do, and that's it. And we definitely don't subscribe to that in the Nation of Islam. We believe in order, and there's a whole thing, and so, but the Nation of Islam and Message to the Black Man and the Minister Farrakhan speaking on the sacredness of the woman and the female and the womb and all of this, it's really very important to understand where the nation is coming from in regards with this. But even still, with these words. Chastise what you love, and that word, like a lot of other words, there's many different meanings. And but beat, oh man, it's not
Definitely
that
not.
there would never be, there wouldn't be a sister in the Nation of Islam if it was a teaching. Trust me when I tell you, there would be no women in the Nation of Islam if it was a situation where that the Muslims in Islam, we're over here talking about where you gonna beat your women,
Well,
bruh.
you know the Hebrew Israelites beat their women, and
Well,
they
that's
got
not
and
the
they
nation.
got
Is what I'm telling
Wow.
you. See,
hundreds
there
of
you go.
thousands. No,
Now
I'm
Wow.
what?
not.
Let me speak.
Look,
Let me speak to
the
that. That right there is where we can stop and pause right there, brother. And so be real crystal clear. There's nowhere in the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan's teachings, where you're gonna hear any believer ever talking about where we're taught to beat our women. You were
well, yeah,
like
I
you just
wasn't talking about the teachings. I was exclusively talking about what the Quran said itself.
no, but I'm
Even
talking
when
about
you
the
look
part you
at the
just said
root
about
word, when you
the
look
Hebrew.
at that root word, in the actual language, it doesn't say chastise. I think if you go draw, if we're gonna draw an idea from the word, we will have to examine the actual
Well,
word
hold
itself.
on. Let's get some actual facts because that's a big topic. And you just said the Hebrews are taught to beat. No, you said you consider yourself a Hebrew Israelite. Is that right?
Nah, the Hebrew Israelites in the One West Camp division. I said a lot of them beat their wives,
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
and
A
they
lot of
have
them part.
yeah,
I didn't hear
they
that. A
have
lot of them part. Okay.
they have thousands of women in their organizations and that submit themselves under chastising.
Well, hey, there's some women in Christianity that probably enjoy being beat.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just, what
true.
I'm trying to tell you is that
That's not.
that's not the message. That's not from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's not from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is back to the point of the teachings and being so crystal clear
I'm
about.
not talking about the doctrine. I'm talking about what the book says, not the
Yeah,
Well,
doctrine.
no, but what I'm telling
brother,
you.
you might be in the wrong space because we are telling you verbatim. My brother has said it to you 4 times. Like we, we don't subscribe to that. We subscribe to the Muhammad Ali.
Okay, do you know
Uh,
what the actual language says of the
bro,
book
but
you
we don't
believe?
subscribe to that. You gotta go. You gotta go to
Okay, do you
the.
know the actual language? I'm just asking. Do you know what
Bro,
the
no,
language says?
we don't
I,
speak Arabic, bro. We don't
Right.
I
speak
got it.
Okay. Well, I
on
do, and it
space.
could
So then
literally.
we are telling you verbatim. My brother has said it to you 4 times. Like we don't subscribe to that. We subscribe to the Muhammad Ali.
Okay, do you know
Hold on,
what the actual language says of the
bro.
book
But
you
we don't
believe?
subscribe to that. You gotta go. You gotta go
Okay,
to
do you
what,
know the actual language? I'm just asking. Do you know what
bro?
the
No,
language says?
we don't
I,
speak Arabic, bro. We don't
Right.
I
speak.
got
Okay. Well, I do,
Sit.
and it's a
So then you
literal
go
strike.
where
That.
people.
Do you want to know the what the word?
thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Our
Let me
sister,
share.
our
Let me
sisters are
share this with
trained, man.
everybody.
We
Malama
ain't.
Muhammad Ali
I
is
got
a direct translation.
right.
Yeah.
So for those of us in the audience that are listening, I want to share this. That right there lets you know that the translation. I've seen some
Yes,
other
sir.
readings of outside of Maulana Muhammad Ali and outside of Yusuf Ali's translation, and I'd be like, man, that's a whole different
Yes, sir.
understanding. And again, because it's translated from Arabic, which the Arabic part, we give much praise and credit. I think Minister Farrakhan has been my teacher that gives respect and praise to our Muslim family for keeping the Arabic, for last 1400 years plus. So that's a beautiful thing in and of itself, which is hard to find in like the Bible in Hebrew and these kind of things. Just the original language right next to the English translation, but the translation, and this goes back to Maulana Muhammad Ali, and so that's very, very, very important. But I will say it looks like it's AQIB. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Akib, I don't know. But I just pulled up chastise in Arabic, which anybody could do. Go to Google right now. And other ways to say this is and you can hear how it's pronounced and whatnot. I'm gonna just play it. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I'm gonna just hit the little button here. Listen for the translation. Akib. It says Akib. Now that's the Arabic right there. Akib. Now and it says chastise. Now, let me just check something real quick. For example, beat. See if it says akab, but beat, Beat in Arabic. I'm just curious about something here. Now, that does not say akab. That says this. Darb, darb, to beat. Um, beat, overcome, overpowered, outlasted, coping. The verb is to won, to beat, to wins, win.